since elementary. And everybody messed with him because he was kind of poor. But like, I don't know, everybody was broke at elementary. But he, but I remember, yeah, I knew him like throughout my whole like school years. And in junior year, I had him in a class for like fourth grade, I think. And like, yeah, I think he died from heart failure or something like that. Or like the flu. Like, there was something like that that happened with him, like, but his family couldn't afford it. So like, I remember he was sit like, I was sitting in the front, he was sit like right in the desk, like near me, like maybe two spots next. And he was always there. And like I think he died from like heart failure or something, or like from the flu. And I remember the next day after that happened, that spot was always empty because the whole class was full, but there was always that one spot where he sat at that was empty, and I was like, damn, I'm like crazy. And it's wild because at the same time people were talking about like, rip this person, fly high, you shouldn't bully people like because of the stuff they didn't have or whatever, because that's why he was teased. But it made it sound like a suicide, and like, and it was all this whole thing. The whole thing was just wild. And then now recently, one of our administrators, he got arrested for I would say bodily injury on a family member. I think that was what it was.
For real?
Yeah, assault on body assault on a family member. I think that's what it was.
Shit, either my freshman or my sophomore year, one of the guys that worked at the lunch, preparing food and shit for lunch, he got caught with child porn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where when they raided his house, he was literally taking pictures of a little girl naked in his bathtub, and those pictures all over his computer, all over his house. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's some crazy shit like that. I remember one time this kid, he went to Houston, and I guess he was with some friends, or honestly I don't remember that kid ever being a gangbanger, but apparently he got shot in the face while he was over there, but it went in like that, and it came out his jaw, so his jaw was fucked up. And I remember he was gone for school for like a month, and then he came back, and he still had like a lot of like patches and shit, like the gauze, but he was walking around, and I don't remember why. I think he just was at the wrong place at the wrong time. I remember these kids, these Burmese kids that came from what? Hold up.
You gotta do some geography real quick. Sorry, Mike.
What is the Yeah, you gotta drink while you talk. Okay. So it's.
These headphones aren't even connected to it. They're not connected to anything. I want to make it look professional. We're not doing that right.
Yeah, I'm not doing that shit.
He don't want to do it. He was kind of a lame. He was a buzz.
Okay, so they came from Myanmar. So they're Burmese. That's what their people is called. Like Mexicans. Burmese.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people that came from that area, but we didn't know why till the kids came in, and they actually told us they were refugees, cause over in their village or whatever, cause they lived in an actual village and shit with no electricity or nothing, right? When they came here, there was literally their friends and family were dying to machete attacks and shit, and they came here. And what's crazy is that like they were really nice. And then there's always that one fucking kid that wants to be an asshole to the new kids. Mm-hmm. And I just remember like they were saying hi to him, and then they just say the fucking asshole kid said fuck you, and that kid just fucking looked at him with like the death stare of like. And I just remember like that same day that kid got jumped. They jumped the fuck out that kid. Those kids did not play. Like they knew martial arts. They've been stabbed before.
Yeah.
Like, they were fucking nuts, man. I remember one time, I was friends with one of them. He was actually one of the more gangbangers out of the whole people that came. Like, they're like, hey, you want to see something? And I was like, what's up? And he pulls up, and he's got a patch right here. And I'm like, what happened? He's like, I got stabbed in Houston. I was like, what? What the fuck? And he's like, yeah. We were walking around the street, and some dude started talking shit, so we got into a fight. And he pulled out a knife and stabbed me. But it's alright though. I'll be okay. It was nothing, man. Like it was nothing. Like, bro, it's a stab wound. It'll be gone by a week. Like that's some crazy shit. Those are some wild kids, man.
Speaking of being stabbed, I had a dream last night, which was so weird because it was like a dream within a trippy dream. It's like, so what happened in my dream is like we were back in NAC and we were by the airport, and it was me, you, and I don't know if I over there. And and we had stopped, and there was like a little by the airport and some houses. There was like some argument going on, so we took out because I think we were supposed to like get drugs from them. Like I was supposed to get drugs from them, but I was just there for like because I was just there. And I remember something went down, and I started like, they started shooting, and so I started shooting back. And I was trying to like get away from them, like, yo, what the hell? And I don't know who gave me a gun, but they were like, man, either you shoot or we die. So I got the gun, and I remember this one dude I had to shoot. He was trying to, I remember I shot him 3 times, and then he tried to shoot me, and I'm like, oh, I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna try to shoot me here. So I tried to do a spin move. He shot me right here, and I felt it. But because I spun, the bullet got stuck right here between my skin. I'm like, ah. And so I shot him, I killed him. And then the people that were near that airport houses, they came, they were like, you okay? And like, yeah, so they picked me up, like, he got shot, so they put me on the floor of the trailer, and I was like, damn, I'm dying, so I got my phone, you know, when you try to grab stuff with your phone, like a VR, you know, you can't feel anything, so I'm like, 913, no, 911, like, I was trying to figure out press 911.
What the fuck?
And I'm like, and I remember my eyes were black, and I was like, damn, I'm finna die. I ain't finna die, damn, that's crazy. And then
damn, that's wild.
Yeah. And I was first black out, I was like, no, I know someone's gonna call 911. Alright, I'm just gonna hope someone's calling 911. And I was gonna black out, and I'm like, no, pull it together, because every time I started blacking out, I saw white, like there would be a white light, but it would start flashing. I'm like, oh no, I'm dying. So I was like, I can't do this. Come on, put it together, push strength. And then, you know, the people came, you know, the paramedics, and they were like, yeah, I'm shot right here. And it's like, if we pull it out, you can probably die. I was like, man, fucking pull it out, it hurts. So, like, they were pulling it out, and they pulled it out, and I'm like, okay, and I could still feel like I was blacking out, I was finna die. I was like, no, get back up. And then, so I sat on this wall, and I was like, alright, so I was okay, I was fine, you know, but I could still feel like I was about to black out and die. So I'm like, no, I gotta stay up. I'm afraid if I close my eyes right here, I'll never wake up again. So I stayed up. And after a few days passed, I was in some taco place with my friends. And then out of nowhere, I was telling them, yo, like, I don't think I'm gonna make it far. Like, what you mean? Like, I don't think I'm gonna make it far. I think I'm getting close to dying. Because, like, something happened, I think an infection. I don't know, I was just dying. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm not gonna make it. And he was like, you sure? Like, yeah. And out of nowhere, we were eating tacos. I was on this, like, chair. And out of nowhere, I went silent. There was a bunch of people there. And I went silent. And I was like, and then in my head, I'm like, oh, damn, I think I died.
What the fuck?
They were looking at me weird, and I remember I felt like I got up, but my body was still in the chair, and I'm like, damn, I died. So I was kind of moving around,
damn, bro.
Around, and I'm like, and they were like, I feel like Daniel's here. Is that Daniel's ghost? And I gave my friends a hug, and everything. I was kind of sad. I'm like, damn, I was kind of dying. And so like, I remember everything was just darkened now, and I could see the white light just kind of blinking faster and faster. And eventually it went all white again, and it stopped. And then I woke up, I'm like, what is this?
Bro.
I was like, oh crap, I thought I died for real. Because like the way it felt, I was like, damn, I already died.
Yeah, I had a dream for a while that I wake up and I'm standing and there's a guy standing in front of me with a shotgun, and he cocks it, and so I naturally turn around and start running, and every single time it's like I take 3 steps and then I get shot, and I just feel my whole inside just boom blow out. It's crazy what you can feel when you're fucking sleeping, when you got like a hard dream going on. That's just crazy, man.
That's good shit. I was thinking about it. I was like, man, I should wake up. But I was like, nah, it's the first time I get 10 hours sleep. I should probably keep sleeping. I had some really bad dreams or whatever, just like nightmares, but like, I need that 10 hour sleep.
You need that sleep, yeah.
Like, I know I can tell this ain't real, you know, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, I had another dream before that, like, I knew this girl, like, because I had a co-worker who apparently I graduated his daughter. I didn't know because they weren't close. So I remember I had
You graduated his daughter?
I graduated with his daughter.
Okay.
But, you know, he's not with her mom, and they're separated, so.
Okay.
And so he'll talk to me because I knew her a little bit, so he'll talk to me about it. So, like, to keep up with her. And I remember I had a dream where she was in it, and we were in college, I forgot what college, and she was going to meet up this guy who basically, who she's been talking to, but she didn't know he had a girlfriend, and the girlfriend was going to set her up to basically try and kill her. So she went to the house and she found out the truth, and then instead of like, so what they did is they went on live video, and for some reason this came to my mind, but they made a live video where the dad was raping the girl basically.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see the video, but it was live, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? What is this? And so I texted the dad, he said, yo, you're trying to kill your daughter in this, and he didn't respond. So I'm like, alright. And then And then when they came out of that apartment room or dorm, they saw me. I'm like, oh no, they knew what to happen. So I had to run, jumped over fences, I did whatever I could. And finally I was like, alright, so if he's not gonna respond, I'm gonna protect her, help her. I'm gonna have to do it. So out of nowhere, I pulled the Glock out of my I pulled the gun and shit. I'm like, I'm gonna have to ramble this now. And that's about how far I got. I woke up and
Nah, I woke up. Well, I started the dream was I ran over somebody, and as they're like trying to crawl away, I blew their brains out. And that was the first dream in the first night. The second night, it continued the dream. So I get in the car and I start driving away, and his friends are behind me. So I'm like, oh fuck! So I'm driving, and they're shooting at the car and shit. And they eventually shoot the tires, and the car flips while I wake up. The third day, the dream continues. This is the first time that's ever happened to me. Yeah, the dream continues, and so now I'm running through a construction site, and there's a bunch of really tall fences, kind of blocking out spaces, like if people were welding and shit. Those mats. I don't know if you in school you saw those blue mats. Yeah. So I'm jumping over them, right? And they're right behind me and they're shooting at me and shit. And so I'm blasting back. And I mean, eventually I killed like two of them, and the third guy got me in the leg. And I just remember like the last thing was that like I ran out of ammo, and he just instead of shooting me, he pulled out a fucking machete and just fucking whop right in the middle of the fucking skull. And that's when I woke up. I was like, damn, they fucked my ass. Oh,
I remember I
can't even win in my
dream. It was weird, but I never basically killed Marcos. But no, it's crazy when dreams. Like I think what's all more fun about when it's dreaming is like you and it's either your sibling or your friend that you two have the same exact dream,
Oh,
and you both see each other in the dream, and you both realize it's y'all. And you ask me, I had a dream about like I saw you in my dream and we were doing this. It's like, yo, I had the exact same dream.
yeah, that's wild.
So I'm like, yo, really? It's like, yeah, I remember you died. It's like, yeah, I remember I died, and that's how I woke up. Yeah.
I remember that.
A random question. Do you think taking a girl out to Dave and Buster's is the move?
Alright. Depends. So
But like, you guys are not in a relationship. You're just like on the like, talking. And
anything can be is good as long as it's well thought out. So Dave and Buster's, there's nothing wrong with it. You could have a lot of fun with somebody at Dave and Buster's, whether you're in a relationship or not. It depends on who you're taking. If the person's cool and likes to have fun like that, then it's gonna work out. But if it's the type of person that doesn't really like playing those kind of games and shit like that, it's gonna get boring for him. It's like taking me shopping. I don't like fucking shopping, so why am I there? You know what I'm saying?
I just don't want shopping for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's a good move. I mean, it's you know what I'm saying? Like y'all aren't dating, so it's a good move. It's something. It keeps it at a friendly level, right? Because you're in public. There's a lot of people. You're playing games. It's not like you're in a low lit restaurant. You're right next to each other.
You know. I'm probably gonna take someone to Dave and Buster's on Saturday. Speaking of Dave and Buster's on Saturday, do you think you take me?
Fucking shit! What the fuck?
No.
I'll tell you on the podcast. No, try to put me on the spot. Nah, I don't know. If I'm not doing shit, sure.
But I don't know. The first thing about it. No, I took them to the first time to watch a movie because they never had a date before. So I was like, well, let's just start from the very beginning. And usually for first date, it's always the movies, which was.
Well, movies isn't a good shot because I'll tell you why movies aren't good to take on the first date. Because there's no way you can have a conversation. Mm-hmm. The first date, you're trying to feel each other out. Are y'all getting along? Do y'all not get along? Is there shit that y'all don't really vibe with? You don't get that from a movie. From a movie, I mean, you enjoy it together, but it's not a good way to get to know each other, right? Dave and Buster's is an okay. You get to kind of see how they play, right? Are they competitive, right? Are they gonna try to beat you at that basketball shit? Are they scared of scary shit? Are they not gonna play the scary games? Are they gonna do so you get to kind of feel the vibe of the person and who the person is.
Yeah.
The Fuck, I don't know what would be a good first date.
I don't know either. I don't know. I don't understand this
I
generation.
mean, Dave and Buster's is a good first date because you're having fun. You get to eat, you get to have fun. So I think that's a good first date or a good date in general. But you can't take her to Dave and Buster's every fucking time. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find other shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something.
Dave and Buster's is the catalyst.
I would say this is my first date like in about a year or so.
This is the Dave and Buster's is the catalyst for a more personal date. So if y'all find out that y'all like basketball, y'all go play basketball somewhere. Y'all go do something basketball related. If y'all like some scary shit, go do some scary shit related. Go look at a haunted house. Go to a haunted hotel. That's how you start doing shit like that. Because the best thing you can do if a person's really active, the best thing you can do is do that. Because if y'all both like soccer, then y'all get to play. You don't have to play with each other, but like maybe watch a game together or whatever. Dave and Buster's is a good way of seeing that because you get to ask a lot of questions, right? I told you. I told this. Nah. You gotta wear that bitch now. Yeah, I told you, bitch. I told you. Anyways. Yeah. So you get to really see who the person is.
Taking someone to the movies is an excuse for me to think of something to talk about for a good minute. Because we wanted to watch Wonder Woman 1984, and I put the bear in me, I could not finish that movie.
You see, and that fucks up the date. If it's a bad movie, it fucks up the date.
Yeah.
That's why you can't go. Dave and Buster's, it's kind of hard to fuck up Dave and Buster's. Unless you eat some bad burger in the middle of it, you gotta take a shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's movies definitely not the way to go because you don't know if it's a good movie or if it's a bad movie. So that's just the tone.
I don't know. She was just like, this movie's bad. So like, eventually I was like, I can't finish this. I can't. This is bad. This is bad.
It was bad. Wonder Woman 1984 was pretty goofy. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't good. It was like, here's good, here's bad, here's average. It's in the middle of average and bad. It's around that area. There was a few good performances here and there, but the storyline and all that shit, it was.
They try to give this some like 1980s like feeling to it.
I like the vibe in the first scene when she's running around helping people and shit. That was a good vibe scene because everything really looked like it was from the 1980s.
Yeah.
But as you keep going through like all this other shit, like it didn't know where it was going. Like I don't know. It was goofy. It was goofy, man.
So I mean the storyline for it was kind of like very cliche. It was kind of corny. You could tell where it was going.
Yeah.
I mean the trailer basically told you everything. Like you kind of figured it out for yourself in the first couple scenes. There's only one line that I like out of the whole movie because it's funny to me. Because she hates that line, so I say it to her. But no, we just went to walk around, and afterwards we were like,
that's not bad, man. I mean, y'all gotta find something y'all like, and do that. I'm goofy, so I like to go to Dave and Buster's. I like to go kart racing. I like to do shit like that when I got the cash,
I'm gonna choosing with that rap for rejecting me. Yeah, they rejected me. How bad you gotta be. Like how bad I felt when it was COVID and then like I got rejected by being the rat. I told him straight up, I will be the rat. I just need a job. And they're like, okay, we'll call you back, and they'll call me back. You know how much I wanted to give up life after that? I applied for making pizzas.
It's alright.
I knew how to make pizzas. I've done it before.
Oh yeah, you worked at CC's, huh?
Yeah,
I keep forgetting you worked there.
For CC's, so I can do cashier for that. It's not that hard being the rat. All you gotta do the walk while being the rat. Like, I was gonna do whatever I could.
Doing a walk.
I was gonna do whatever I could.
Being the rat. That's
so
perfect.
And I got rejected. Eventually, I was like, I can't do it anymore. So I went to groundskeeping for a while, and I went back. But it's just like, I was just like, man, stupid. I feel like I got rejected by being the rat.
I mean, honestly, you gotta get what you get.
So I'm gonna have to find Jenna, and I'm gonna do whatever her name was. I'm gonna have to swing hands with her.
Swing hands with her, Jenna. I just realized who the fuck. I was like, who the fuck is Jenna? And I'm like, oh, it's the bitch that rejected.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure it out. Where she at? When I have to swing hands, she better learn how to do boxing or Muay Thai, whatever. I'm finna hit her with every slice of pizza I can. I was gonna entertain them because I told him I did theater too, so I know how to entertain. I can entertain.
Bitch.
I entertain, but no, they said I will call you back.
Man, they probably in her head. She was like, "Man, I ain't giving this goofy ass motherfucker right here."
I probably couldn't fit the.
It looked like red. Ah, fuck.
My name is Daniel Hernandez. But no, it's just like I was like, man, I probably wasn't tall enough to be the rat. You know, I don't know how tall you gotta be for that, right? I think there's a requirement for that. I know that.
You got the knees and they're all scrunched up and shit because you can't fit in it.
Like a zombie.
The arm is too long and shit, so you're like,
I live some short girlfriend in her oversized boyfriend's clothes.
yeah, exactly. Hey kids, just like a little kid running away from you. Who wants to do the wop?
Y'all seen that new TikTok?
Yeah, y'all seen that TikTok?
Oh god, don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh fuck. Oh, it'd be so fucking funny.
That was a depressing time. Like during August, because I applied for 20 jobs.
I told you, bro. It's
I got
rough out there.
rejected. There's some jobs that I applied for every position literally they had. I got on multiple occasions they told me no, and they sent me.
Bro, how many times you gotta ask? It's a no.
I got rejected from this one position for this one store, and then they texted me again, let them know I got rejected from this other position in the same store. Oh man, that was bad. I got rejected from Walmart, HEB, Target, dude, Chick-fil-A.
You're not Christian enough.
A pleasure, but then I got rejected from the one wing restaurant that I worked at previously. And they just didn't know it was me. Oh man, it was bad. It was bad. I did some groundskeeping.
Fuck. Honestly, it wasn't that hard for me to get a job.
That's true. I didn't have a car. I'm like, I could take the bus.
I was Ubering when I first got here, and I got that butcher job just because I gave somebody a ride, and I just asked them what they do. And he talked about he was the owner of that butcher shop, and I was like, well, shit, if y'all need people, I got you. And he's like, for real? And I'm like, I mean, if y'all hiring, why not? And he's like, all right, you're hired, and I got a job. And then after that,
you started right now. Drop me off.
yeah. We'll go to work right now, boy. You're already in the car. Might as well just take me. Nah, but I did that for a while, and then they weren't paying good. It was a lot of work for not enough pay, so I was like, man, fuck that bullshit. So, and then I remember I called an insurance spot, and I was like, well, if they say that if you get hired, you get the job like the next day. Mm-hmm. So I was like, man, well, let's see what's up. I don't think I'm gonna get it. And so I go right, and I dress up and shit. I get my nice shirt, my nice slacks. And shit, I think I even got a tie on. I walk in, everybody's in t-shirts and shorts and shit. I'm like, what kind of fucking insurance place is this?
Yeah, this ain't State Farm.
This ain't State Farm. What is this, Geico, bro? I don't know. Progressive? No, this is General. This is the General, bro. Nah, it was another one, but so I go into the thing, right? And she's like, so are you good with computers? I'm like, I'm okay. She's like, what about Excel? I'm like, I'm kind of okay with Excel, honestly. I was just being honest. That's the best thing you can do when you're getting applying, because if you say you can do something and you majorly fuck up, there's no coming back from that. So she's like, oh, it's okay. We don't use Excel. The fuck you asked me that question for then, right?
Should make sure. You gotta improvise that to go.
And then she's like, have you ever worked at an insurance place before? And I was like, no. And she's like, that's good, because apparently every single insurance company has their own way of doing shit. I was like, all right, cool. And then she's like, can you do math? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, all right, you're hired. She's like, wait, do you have a car? I was like, yeah. She's like, you're hired. I was like, all right. And so I got hired, and I was like, all right, guess I'm an insurance agent now. And I did that for a while. It wasn't bad. You know what it is? It's just too much time. Insurance, the schedule was wide open for night shift and day shift workers, which means you have to be there early in the morning for night shift workers throughout the day, and be there late for day shift workers. Right? That's practically the system that you're on. which is not a bad system because you're getting paid hourly plus commission, but it's a bad system if you want to have a life because you're not gonna have one. Doesn't matter what the fuck you do. There's no way. There's no way. Because your day spent, right? You were arguing with customers because some old lady says that she deserves to pay fucking $40, but she's had 3 wrecks in the past 6 months. So the bitch has to pay 200 to even start the policy, right? Like, oh my god, the amount of stupidity that you go through on a daily basis when it comes to a customer service job is ridiculous. Like, she, I remember somebody called me and they were like, "Hey, so I got 3 accidents, no license, and it's a 2020 car. Do you think you can get me an insurance that's under $200?" I'm gonna tell you right now. You got a 2020 car? It's gonna be more than 200.
Yeah.
You got 3 accidents? It's gonna be more than 200. You got no license? Maybe I can get you something under 120, 150. Yeah, about one, maybe if I really dig deep. But if you got all three, bitch, that's $1,000. That's no less than 200. You out of your fucking mind. Like, I remember some guy bought his daughter for a quinceañera a 2020 car, and he tried to insure it, and it was like $2,000 because she did not have a license because like it was brand new, so you have to get full coverage, and the dealership was asking for a 500 deductible, which means a 250 deductible. No, wait. Whichever was more expensive. I don't fucking remember anymore. It's been so long. And I mean, like, it was like everything was stacked against him, and it looked like he just had an aneurysm. Like, you just heard him over the phone. What the fuck? And he's like, "Are you serious?" And I'm like, "Bro, you fucked up. Like, why would you give your 15-year-old a 2020 Mustang? It was like some crazy shit, like a sports car, like a V8.
No,
bro, it was crazy.
She's so young. We're in the city. For the church things are gonna go like.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was so fucking funny, man. It was so funny. I could not stop laughing because he was just in so much shock. I was like, "Bro, what the fuck?"
Yeah, you don't get your 15.
But honestly, I didn't know. You know, you don't really know much about it until you go into that workforce.
Yeah.
Or you research it independently, which most people don't do. Yeah.
Especially when she's 15, then the insurance is gonna be higher because like of the risk she might get into an accident and stuff like that. So it's gonna be but no, I've had some dumb not work moments where like I've told person like there's a section if they just want wings for their order, they'll be like, all right, so they'll be like, "Oh, can I just have the wings by itself?" Like, yeah. And so the wings by itself doesn't come with no fries or no ranch, just the wings. They're like, all right, that's cool. And they order, and then when they come pick it up, and they check on their order, it's like it has no ranch. I was like, well, I told you over the phone that your order only comes with wings itself, no ranch or fry. They're like, but I want ranch with it. I was like, well, you're gonna have to pay extra. Why do I gotta pay extra for it? Because you only paid for the wings itself, not the combo. That's the only.
Bro, nobody listens. Nobody listens, and everybody's the victim.
Yeah.
That's the shit of customer service, man. You're always wrong, supposedly. But you know what was nice about the insurance company? There's no actual manager in the store, so I am the manager. So if I've had so many people, I love it. I love it so much when a Karen comes into the insurance. Because they'd be like, "Well, I want to speak to your manager." I'm like, "Bitch, I am the manager. Get the fuck out." I've kicked people out of the store before. Because they were fucking ridiculous. I remember there was a dude that came. There was a dude that came from Nigeria. And I guess you can barter prices there. It doesn't like, you could go to Walmart and be like, "Well, can I pay $2 for this $5 thing?" That's how it works over there, I guess. Right? Yeah. So he just got here like 2-3 months ago, right? Somehow this dude had his shit together. He had a license, he had a lot of shit. And so I tried to get him a good price, right? And let's just say for number's sake, it was 200 to start the policy and 150 for the actual policy because it was a pretty new car, right? So the guy's like, "Okay, I'm not gonna do the accent." I was gonna do the accent, but I don't think I can do it. It's gonna just come out racist. So he's like, "All right, bro. I'll tell you what. I will bring my friends to this store. I will always come to this store, no matter what. if you can bring it down to $75. And I'm like, bro, the minimum is 150. Like, now here's the thing. When I tell you 150, it's most likely 130, 125.
Yeah.
But we have to make money as well. We're a third party, right? We're not actually Geico. We're the guys that get you Geico, right? It's like a third party, the middleman.
Yeah.
So we have to charge more. So the lowest I can give them is 135, right? Just for number's sake. So this guy's like, all right, bro. I'll tell you what. I'll give you 220 right now if you bring it down to $80. Well, I can't do that. You have to pay. I don't mind if you want to pay more for the down payment, but you're not gonna pay less monthly, right? I'll tell you what, bro. 100. What? No, I can't do that. I can't do that. Just tell me right now. All right, just try to convince me. Just be like, it's 150 down, 200 to start, practically. Just all right. Well, all right, bro. I'll tell you what. What if I bring 6 friends and they all get the most expensive policy? Will you give me 120? What the fuck are you gonna say, right? There's nothing you can say to convince this man. I was with that motherfucker for an hour, arguing back and forth over a price that I can't even change. Yeah. Eventually, he didn't even buy it, which is I almost shot him on the spot. I almost hit him with my fucking desk chair, cause like he wasted so much of my time just for him not to even buy shit. Like, oh. Bro, I can't deal with people like that.
This is a Shark Tank. You're not good at negotiator.
Yeah.
Like I don't have people come in with the idea like, oh, I'm gonna negotiate because I can do it. Like, no.
No, we don't want your shit.
Yeah, you don't have no negotiating skills. I'm even sad about you trying. Like,
bro, I'll give you $20 for your leave right now. Invest.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, I can get you this. You can buy that. Like, no.
Yeah, really. Alright, well, I think we've been doing it for like an hour. I can't see the time because there's a text bubble there. What's the time there?
An hour, I would say. Yeah, an hour and 5 minutes.
Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and end it here, I guess, because I think that's 3. It broke into 3 pieces. So I have to do a part 1, part 2, part 3, but y'all already know. We got no fucking editing software here, okay? This is for show. Alright, there's a phone speaker right here. Alright, this thing don't even fucking work.
I haven't done any yet. I haven't figured out how to.
There's no, you know, it's way better than what you saw in the first episode, okay? So don't fucking complain. It's free. Can you end the broadcast? I don't want to look goofy getting up. There you go. Alright, go fuck yourselves. Have a good one. Bye.